Hey guys, welcome back to the Visible Audit. This channel exists for one reason: to help business owners stop losing customers to competitors already dominating page one on Google before the conversation even begins. Most businesses do not have a service problem, they have a visibility problem. If buyers cannot find you when they are actively searching for your services, Google is simply handing those customers to someone else. So on this channel, we do live website audits and real Google searches to expose the visibility leaks, conversion leaks, and ranking opportunities most business owners never even realize are costing them leads. Here's how the process works. First, we randomly choose a local business niche. Then we randomly choose a state. After that, we perform a live Google search exactly like a real customer would. We use a tool called Keywords Everywhere to identify the actual high-intent search phrases buyers are typing into Google when they are ready to hire or purchase. Then we usually look for businesses sitting around page 2 of Google because those companies are often very close to major growth but are still invisible to most buyers. From there, we break down what they are doing right, what is hurting their rankings, what competitors are doing better, how their homepage could convert more visitors into actual leads, and what simple enhancements could help improve both visibility and conversion performance. Now, in these public audits, we usually focus mostly on the homepage for educational purposes, but in a full website monetization review, we would analyze the entire site structure, everything from service pages to metadata to conversion flow, authority positioning, keyword targeting, and overall search footprint. The goal is simple: help businesses build page one visibility so competitors stop intercepting buyers online. So let's spin the wheel, choose today's niche, and see which business we're auditing today. And if you're a business owner watching this and you want a website monetization review for your own company, check the link in the description down below. All right, let's see where we're going today. Realtors. All right, let's check this. Let's find the state. Montana. All right, let's go and do a Google search. So we're going to start off with Realtor Montana, and then we're going to see if that. So Realtor Montana actually does get 590 searches a month, but as you can see here, there's barely any cost per click, and that's because most people typing Realtor Montana might be looking for information. They're not actually looking to buy. You can always tell if someone is looking to hire a realtor or take action. The longer the phrase, and also if there's a real cost per click over a couple bucks. So that's the first key right there. We're not actually searching Realtor Montana. We go down here into Keywords Everywhere, and we want to kind of see what are people really typing in. So it looks like Billings MT could be a good search for us to dive into. Let's see here. Ooh. So there's some realtor.com searches, realtor.com Billings Montana. Let's do an extended search. Realtor Billings Montana. Okay, because what we do here is we're trying to find the actual phrase people are typing in when they're ready to hire or purchase something. Okay, so Billings homes for sale by owner, cheap houses for sale, Billings, Montana, real estate companies, Billings MT. So this looks like this is the best one because it has $1.24 cost per click. Even though it only gets 30 searches a month, these people, anyone who's typing out 5 words into Google, and any company that's paying $1.24 per click is a company that's getting leads. Anything over $1, $2, anything like that, that people are not going to continue paying per click unless they're getting qualified leads. So we click on that one. Real estate companies, Billings, Montana. Okay. So then we look down here and we don't care about page 1. The people on page 1 are getting all the traffic. We look at page 2 where people are on the verge of, real growth, but are still invisible to most buyers. So right here, you can see how they tried to make it look like they're optimized for certain key phrases. But again, where the actual buyers are is real estate companies, Billings MT. So I would put, one of the top real estate companies in Billings MT hyphen Realty Billings. Something like that would immediately say to Google, oh, these guys are optimized for the #1 buyer phrase in the market. They deserve to be page 1 and let's replace someone on page 1 who isn't optimized correctly. Also, they don't have a meta description. This is just taking it right off their homepage, okay? But they would be better off putting an actual meta description in their website saying, voted as one of the top real estate companies in Billings MT, your one-stop source for Billings MT real estate. Use our state-of-the-art property search now. That's it. Something like that would immediately, with a proper title tag and a proper meta description, that would fly them up somewhere in the middle of page 1. Okay, so that right there is how they could immediately position themselves with better search engine optimization. Now let's go into their website. All right, right off the bat, I can already tell you where they're missing the boat. Okay, so again, like I always say in all of my homepage monetization reviews and live visible audits, people come into your website from all sources of content, whether it's your communities, your buyers, your financing, your blog, whatever is indexed on Google. And when they get their fill and they're ready to act, they always look for a home tab to click on the home page and go to the home page and take action. That is, if you look at a Google Analytics report, the #1 most traffic page is the home page because that's where people want to convert. And most people don't know if they click on your logo that they can go back to your home page. Okay, if they don't see a home tab, they just see it as an unfinished website and they move on. That's why Google isn't giving them the time of day. So all they have to do is move these over a little bit, box these in differently, maybe move the log and register blog part over to the right a little bit, add a home tab, and make it clickable to the home page. Then when that's done, this is the most powerful piece of real estate on the home page. Buy or sell your Billings MT home. That doesn't make me lean in. That doesn't make me feel like I'm going to succeed or that I'm going to get what I truly want, which is peace of mind. Okay. So what I would put here is a better headline. I would put, work with one of the top real estate companies in Billings MT for peace of mind and speed to comfort. You know what I'm saying? Something like that would make the person immediately, like who's searching, go, yes, that's the key phrase I just typed in. I definitely want to work with one of the top real estate companies in Billings MT, and I want peace of mind and I want speed to comfort quickly. Right? Then you should have a get started now button that takes them to a page where they can search for homes, or where they can list their home for sale or get a call back from a seller agent, something like that. Having just a blank box right here, where people could, put in the, locations, all this is BS. They should not have this. Okay. So that would be the first thing you do there. Now going down here. Okay, people don't want to explore. They don't want to waste time. They want to get stuff done. So this is a very bad headline. I would change this to, here are some of the homes you can expect when you work with one of the top real estate companies in Billings MT. Again, back to the search engine optimization. This tells Google that they are compliant to the key phrases of targeted buyers. Okay, and then it goes into showing homes. Okay, again, now, this is really tacky. When a website tries to match their links to their logo, so they have a pink logo, pink and white, okay? But having pink buttons, that's not going to get them conversions. The #1 most clicked button on the internet is the GoDaddy checkout button. It's orange background with white writing. So they should just change the color, orange background with white writing. That'll make people lean in. No one wants to click buttons that match your logo. That's very, very tacky. That's old school thinking. Okay. People want to click on buttons where they feel empowered, right? And view more like this. No, I don't want to view more. I want to get more like this. Change view to get. Okay. Come down here. Billings MT Real Estate. This is just for SEO. I can tell whoever's doing their search engine optimization put that in just to trick Google into thinking that's what they should be optimized for when it's not actually what they should be optimized for. This needs to change. I would put something like, as one of the top real estate companies in Billings MT, we are your one-stop source for, real estate. Something like that. Just something that matches the consistency of the keywords being typed in and being mentioned on the site. Okay. And then, they can have this welcome to Realty Billings. Now here's the problem. Their links, even their contextual links, are pink, matching their logo. That's very, very tacky. Okay. Never have your contextual links match your colors of your logo or your brand. That's very tacky. People don't click on pink links. They click on blue underlined. And also Google, when they crawl your website, they're looking for blue underlined links. That's how you get indexable links. That's how you get better rankings in organic search. These guys are missing the boat entirely, not understanding that. And whoever's doing their search engine optimization, honestly, I kind of feel like saying shame on them. Like how do they expect to improve the visibility of this client by doing 2010, like 2010 contextual links? That's very, very tacky. They're not even underlined, and a lot of people don't know to hover their mouse over. People want to be guided. Blue and underline represents a contextual link, and that's what it should be clickable for. Okay. And that's what it should look like. Other than that, I think they're doing an okay job. I like their footer. I like how clean it is. This is really good, actually, that they're actually doing this right. This is a very nice footer. Okay, but other than that, they have a lot of work to do if they want to impress Google and be seen as the best answer on page one. Now, if you're a realtor and you have a website that looks like this, take heed of the advice that I shared and the suggestions I made here, because that would drastically improve your placements organically. And that is the end of today's Visible Audit. Thank you for watching. I'll be back again with more soon. Cheers.